On another note, I've noticed that the Commonwealth Games 2026 doesn't seem to be holding out, or it might not go ahead. Um, I don't know what to say. I guess I do have views on it. You know, I know it was in Birmingham, and um, there was a lot of talk like years before, and it might have helped like push up house values and stuff. Like I know that the house that I bought, you know, increased a lot, probably about 80,000. It almost doubled in value. Not almost doubled. I did the extension as well, but it went up by about £60,000, not including the extension. And I think that was because of H2 and Commonwealth. So I feel like it did do stuff. But yeah, nearer the time, I it actually just became kind of like not nice thinking about it because I you want to go to these things, but you don't want to go alone. And my family, I was getting, you know, I don't get on with them. I don't like them. I think they're stupid and annoying. I did like the one in 2012, because I was younger. My mum, you know, bought like 14 tickets, and we were kind of excited. Oh, which one's which? And we had like three different shows, and we shared them out, and there was a sort of slight excitement over it. But with this one, I have no friends, I have no family, and therefore the idea of going to a Commonwealth just to see a bunch of people, you know, celebrate with their family whilst me being alone, not having any of that, I think it would have just been not a great thing. Like I didn't deliberately. I did go to America during the 2 weeks that it was on. I didn't deliberately do that. I was mildly looking forwards to the Commonwealth, and I was, you know, years before I kept hearing about all the plans that they were going to have. They were going to have like a whole new highway, and you know, there's lots of, my sister was just going through all the different plans that we're going to do, and I think that we got a new stadium, but it was very you know, there was, it seemed to be mostly talk, and I feel like a lot of money went into trying to set the plan up, but the plan never manifested or went anywhere, and then the whole thing just turned into a big disappointment, and then it kind of just made me feel, why would towns spend so much money on these things? You know, Birmingham is now bankrupt, and maybe it's bankrupt because of trying to host Olympic games and stuff. You know, you don't actually make money from these things, and I don't understand why it's stupid to set up, you know, stadiums for one event. If you've got an event that's you're planning, why do you have to create new stadiums? Why do you have to do, you know, lots? If you've already got some stadiums, if all you need to do is just figure out a place to do some running, a place to do some javelin, a place to do, you know, you think about all the sports that you want to run, and think, well, let's hold it here. Let's look at what the facilities that you've got, and just, you know, put some cameras down and film it. And you know, I don't believe that it costs billions of pounds to do. And them thinking that it costs billions of pounds to do just makes me kind of feel like, well, what are you doing with this money? Why, you know, and is it actually benefiting people? How many tickets are you actually going to sell, and what are you going to do after with all these venues, you know? And therefore, I think I do like the idea of Olympic game, but I feel like if you're going to have two of them, you know, the Commonwealth and the Olympics, they're kind of running, competing against each other. Only one includes America and one doesn't. And because I'm kind of in favor of America, I just feel like the Commonwealth Games probably isn't as big a deal. But then again, there are loads of sort of, you know, there's loads of, I don't know the names of it, but there's like a hockey match between England and America, Australia. You know, I don't know what that's called, or a cricket match. Is it hockey or cricket or something? I don't know. There's lots of different tournaments that are regular and fine. And I think the Commonwealth Games should, if you are going to have it, it should just be like, um, just an event that's publicised, and a way of getting people to, you know, come and support different teams and stuff. But it doesn't have to be as big as, you know, they said that they didn't, the Victoria, which is where it was, which is interesting because I do feel like Victoria, Beckham is actually Victoria, Queen Victoria, because I've seen links that make me think that they're the same person, even though their accent would have been very different. I can't help but think that there are similarities, and Queen Victoria did a lot for the Commonwealth. Like she set it up, I think, from what I believe. You know, she had lots of kids, and they married off to different countries, and this is how the British Empire became big, but I think it became too big that she kind of gave independence or something. I don't really know the story, but it's something like that. And you know, that's quite a big, important character, and I feel like there's nothing wrong with holding a Commonwealth Games to to just to just get people, involved in stuff. And whether you're selling, if you've got some stadiums that have like 100, two, three, 400 seats or something, why would that be too hard to just set it up in there and just do something in there? You don't necessarily have to create new stadiums or do any. You don't have to spend billions of pounds. If you're hosting an event, you don't have to spend billions of pounds on it. If you're hosting it, you can do whatever you want with it. You can sell 100 tickets, you can sell 1,000 tickets, depending on the venue. And I know it does cost. You need promotion and stuff, but as long as you can make back the promotion money, then you're actually in a win. You should be, if you are going to. I don't see anything wrong with holding the Commonwealth Games. I just think you should use the Commonwealth Games as an opportunity to use facilities that you've already got in place rather than set up new ones. With the Olympic Games, it's sort of more worldwide, so it's slightly different. But yeah, still, you didn't need to set up like the whole thing. But it's nice that they had, this big high, all the stuff, all the building works that they did for the 2012 Olympics. It was nice, and it did build up the area, and it was needed, and it was just kind of exciting because it was like a big massive event that drew people to the whole world. But the thing is, you can't be having these every year. And so I think to have the Olympics and the Commonwealth try to be the same thing, I think that's never going to work. But I don't see why it shouldn't go ahead. I think you just need to be a bit more realistic with its budgeting, and why do you need billions of pounds? I was hearing them say that it's going to cost billions of pounds. Well, why? If you're having a child's birthday party, you don't have to spend hundreds of thousands of pounds on it. You could just have it in your backyard and just buy a bunch of packet of crisps or something. Buy 100 packets of crisps and buy school kids, and be like, here's some crisps, here's some drinks. You don't need to spend billions of pounds. And I know you'll need to spend something to get it published. But if you make it more of a business deal, where you look at the venues, you organize a day or two, it doesn't have to be as big as they're trying to make it. And therefore it can be a benefit, and it can be of use. Health and stuff is important, and it's good to remember what Queen Victoria did in uniting the Commonwealth and joining the nations. And I didn't know Singapore was actually part of it. Do they speak English? Are all the Commonwealth countries English speaking? I don't think so. But yeah, there's English speaking is kind of very known because of the Commonwealth, and the unity between the countries adopting English as a first or second language. I can't actually remember. I don't actually know that much about the Commonwealth. I know I did the Commonwealth beauty pageant, and that turned out it felt like just a scam for a woman to would make her daughter win. I don't know if that was her daughter, but I felt like that was a scam, and I kind of feel like that put me, the whole idea of a Commonwealth, not in a particularly good light. But yeah, I if it's not going to be on, then I suppose it doesn't really matter. But it is interesting how it was going to be um, in Victoria, Australia. And I just don't understand why he said that it costs billions of pounds to do this. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. All you need to do is hire out a hall, hire out a venue. I know like hiring out the Excel Centre could be about 40,000, but hire out a studio like Excel, and just put on the games, bring people from different countries. Um, I think the candidates, don't they have to like pay as well? Do some of these contestants have to pay to enter or something? I don't know. I mean, there are cost effective ways of running this. I think they get sponsorship or something, but I don't know. There is a way of making money from it, and also giving the audience something to do. Um, I don't think I'm hugely in favour of it, just because I don't feel like I have anyone to go with it. I don't have any friends or family to go with it when it was in Birmingham. And I didn't really know much about the Commonwealth until I heard it was on. You know, the Olympics was very publicised, and the Commonwealth was just a bit like, what's this? I didn't know it existed. But yeah, I don't know. They could make an effort a little bit. It's up to them, I guess. Or if they had it in Singapore, I think if it was to be in Singapore, um, it's anyway.